Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, students. Hope you are fine. I am Nisara Alam, teacher GHS Noah Gabra. Today we will read the last paragraph of the lesson, The Happy Prince. Let's start reading. Then the snow came, and after the snow came first, the streets looked as they were made of silver. Everybody went about in furs, and the little boys wore scarlet caps and skated on the lea. The poor little swallow grew colder and colder, but he would not leave the prince. He loved him too well. He picked up crumbs outside the baker's door when the baker was not looking, and tried to keep himself warm by flapping his wings. But at last he knew that he was going to die. He had just enough strength to fly up to the prince's shoulder once more. "Goodbye, dear prince," he murmured. "Will you let me kiss your hand? I am glad that you are going to Egypt at last." "Little swallow," said the prince, "you have stayed too long here, but you must kiss me on the lips, for I love you." "It is not to Egypt that I am going," said the swallow. "I am going to the house of death. Death is the brother of sleep, is he not?" And he kissed the happy prince on the lips and fell down dead at his feet. At that moment, a curious crack sounded inside the statue, as if something had broken. The fact is that the leaden heart had snapped right in two. It certainly was a dreadfully hard first. Early the morning, the mayor was walking in the square below in company with the town councillors. As they passed the column, he looked up at the statue. "Dear me, how shabby the happy prince looks," he said. "How shabby indeed," cried the town councillors, who always agreed with the mayor, and they went up to look at it. "The ruby has fallen out of his sword, his eyes are gone, and he is golden no longer," said the mayor. "In fact, he is little better than a beggar." "Little better than a beggar," said the town councillors. "And he is actually a dead board at his feet," continued the mayor. "We must really issue a proclamation that boards are not to be allowed to die here." And the town clerk had made a note of the suggestion, so they pulled down the statue of the happy prince. "As he is no longer beautiful, he is no longer useful," said the art professor at the university. "Then they melted the statue in a furnace." "What a strange thing," said the overseer of the workmen at the foundry. "This broken lead heart will not melt in the furnace. We must throw it away." So they threw it on a dust heap where the dead swallow was also lying. "Bring me the two most precious things in the city," said God to one of his angels. And an angel brought him the leaden heart and the dead board. "You have rightly chosen," said God, "for in my garden of paradise this little board shall sing forever more, and in my city of gold the happy prince shall praise me." تو یہ تھا اس کا لیسن. تو اب ہم اس کی اردو میں سمری پڑھیں گے. لیکن سارا سونا اتر جانے کے بعد شہزادے کا مجسمہ اب بدصورت لگنے لگا. اسی سرد موسم کے دوران زیادہ سردی کی وجہ سے اس ابابیل کی موت ہوگی. اس کا مرا ہوا جسم شہزادے کے پاؤں میں جا گرا. یہ دیکھ کر شہزادے کا دل ٹوٹ گیا، اگرچہ یہ سکے کا بنا ہوا تھا. اگلی صبح جب شہر کا میئر ادھر سے گزر رہا تھا تو اس نے اس بدصورت مجسمے کو دیکھا. اس نے فوراً اسے گرانے کا حکم دے دیا. مجسمہ کو ایک بھٹی میں پگھلا دیا گیا، لیکن ٹوٹا ہوا دل پگھل نہ سکا، اس لیے اسے ایک کوڑے کے ڈھیر پر پھینک دیا گیا جہاں مری ہوئی ابابیل بھی پڑی تھی. خدا نے اپنے فرشتوں میں سے ایک فرشتے کو بھیجا کہ وہ اس شہر کی دو سب سے قیمتی چیزیں چن کر لائیں. فرشتے نے سکے کے ٹوٹے ہوئے دل کو اور مری ہوئی ابابیل کو چنا. خدا فرشتوں سے بہت خوش ہوا. اس نے کہا کہ فرشتے کا چناؤ بالکل درست ہے. خدا نے ان دونوں کو اپنی جنت میں جگہ بخش دی. خدا نے کہا کہ چھوٹا پرندہ اس کے باغ میں گایا کرے گا اور خوش دل شہزادہ اس کی سنہری جنت کی تعریف کیا کرے گا. تو بچوں، یہ تھا ہمارا سبق. تو انشاءاللہ کل ہم کوشچن آنسر ڈسکس کریں گے. تھینکس.